Oh wow, look at that. I wonder what Santa brought me this year. Maybe it's an NES Classic or a Sega Genesis Mini. Oh boy, I can't wait to open this. PlayStation Classic? What am I supposed to do with this? Oh man, I know. I can mod it. Now the first thing that catches my eye is this little USB AC adapter not included. See back for details. Well, right here on the side it tells you what is actually included. You got the PlayStation itself. You got 2 controllers, which I find to be an odd choice. One should have been enough for now. Then you have a USB power supply cable, but you don't have the brick, it's just the cable. And then you have an HDMI cable as well. Again, this thing went for $100 back then. They could have cut costs just by taking one of those controllers out and, you know, just going with that. But anyway, here on the back, I find it interesting. 20 classic games preloaded. Battle Arena Toshinden. Cool Borders, Destruction Derby, Final Fantasy VII. Everybody seems to love that one but me. Grand Theft Auto, the original one, not the 3D version. Intelligent Cube looked kind of like an interesting puzzle game. Jumping Flash, Metal Gear Solid, Mr. Driller, Oddworld Abe's Odyssey. Rayman I have on the Jaguar. Resident Evil, Revelations Persona, never heard of it. Ridge Racer 4, Super Puzzle Fighter 2 Turbo, Siphon Filter, Tekken 3, Tom Clancy's Rainbow Six, Twisted Metal, Wild Arms, and then here on the side, it's pretty funny. 20 incredible games that defined an era. Wild Arms defined an era. Most people don't even know what Intelligent Cube is. I don't think Toshinden defined anything. Final Fantasy, maybe. All right, now I'm gonna go ahead and open this up because I'm kind of curious, and I'm gonna have to open this before I actually do any modding, of course. Ooh, such a nice box. Does not come off that easily. More cardboard, more packaging. We need extra packaging here. Oof, okay. Oh, even more cardboard. This is getting fun. Alright, well there it is. Let's compare it with my PlayStation 4 controller. Wow, it's not much bigger than the PlayStation 4 controller. Oh, it's such a cute little thing, isn't it? Don't we just love these little game consoles? That's my best Ashen's impression, which is not very good. Open. Doesn't seem to do anything. Had a nice little button there, but no, it doesn't open. But here's a CD just to compare the size. It's an actual PlayStation disc. Where do I put this in? It doesn't go anywhere in this thing. It won't fit. And you got your power button here. You got your reset button here. It looks like they actually work, which is pretty cool. I like how they've got the little USB connectors here for the joypads go in. On the back, all you got is your HDMI connector and your power connector. What's this right here? This looks like an expansion port. You know, I gotta give them kudos on the accuracy of this, making it look just like a real, actual PlayStation. Anyway, I mean, it feels pretty good, so, alright. So then we got the 2 controllers. Yeah, they feel kind of hollow, kind of... It feels okay. I guess it feels okay. It just feels a little bit light, like there's not a whole lot of guts to it. Got your buttons here on the top. The D-pad feels okay, I guess. Start and select feel nice. Buttons feel good. So yeah, I mean, it feels like a PlayStation controller. Just kind of cheap, just kind of not quite as solid, I think. Then you've got your USB power connector here. That's just like your standard micro USB connector, I believe. And then this plugs into, I don't know, you're gonna have to get a brick, I guess. And then you got your standard HDMI cable, which is the big style. Pretty good. Alright, so I would just like to point out one thing about this. Of course, you got the PlayStation here, you got the box, you got this box, you got this box, you got this box. This is all in one PlayStation Classic box. All this cardboard. Why? Why is there so much cardboard? I don't understand. Why? Why do you need this much cardboard? Also, my bird is here. See, even my bird is perplexed by the PlayStation Classic. What do you think about the PlayStation Classic, Peaches? Huh? What do you think about it? Tell me. What do you think? It's a lot of cardboard, isn't it? Yeah, you don't get it either. It's a lot of stuff. Alright, he has no idea what I'm talking about. I'm just gonna put him back in his cage now. Alright, so go ahead and plug in your flash drive into your computer, and then you're going to want to go ahead and right click on that drive and you're going to say Format. Once you click Format, you're going to get this screen. Then you're going to want to choose the exFAT or the FAT file system. Don't choose NTFS because that will that'll mess you up. So you want to choose FAT or exFAT. And then you want to make that volume label Sony. I think you have to have it in capital letters. So then you go ahead and hit start to format it. Okay, format complete. Alright, excellent. Go ahead and close that. Then we're going to go over to our browser. We're going to search Google for download Autobleem. And the very first link that you get should be this one called github.com screen something something something. I'll put a link below there to help you find it. Click on that. And then you scroll through all this gobbledygook here, and the link you're looking for is right here. Download the zip file from this release page here. Click that, and it takes you to this Autobleem 7.1 Ultimate version. And we're going to go ahead and click the Autobleem 7.1 Ultimate Full. Go ahead and download that. Once we've downloaded the Autobleem file, we'll go ahead and open that up, and then we'll open up our flash drive here, and we're just going to copy all of the files that are out of this zip file onto our flash drive. Alright, now that that's done, we'll go ahead and close the zip file here. And then I have a collection of Sony PS1 images here. We'll go ahead and throw a few of those. What we're going to do is put them into the games folder on your flash drive. And let's just pick a couple. Let's do Crash and Doom, and let's do this Incredible Crisis thing here, and Crash Team Racing. Let's just do those. I'm just going to copy them and paste them. Now I'm not going to tell you where you can find these images from. That's on you, but once you do have them, go ahead and copy them into your games folder on your flash drive. Alright, now that those files are copied, we're going to do the next step, which is to add the retro emulators into your flash drive so that you can play, you know, Nintendo, Super Nintendo, Sega Genesis, Atari, all those old game systems on your PlayStation Classic. So for that, we're going to go ahead and do a search in Google for download retro boot 0.9. I believe that's the latest version. And the very first link you're going to see there is this Reddit link. So I'll go ahead and click on that. And then it's going to give you some information, yada yada yada. We're going to scroll down here to the part where it says download retro boot for Autobleem 0.9. So we'll go ahead and click on that. And that's going to take us to a Google Drive that has the files where we can download them. So then up here in the corner there's this little download link. We'll click that, and then whatever, just go ahead and download it. And then we'll just go ahead and hit save. And when the download completes, what you're going to want to do is open that up, retro boot for Autobleem 0.9. And then we're just going to select all of this stuff here, and we're going to hit copy. And then we're going to go back to our flash drive, and we're just going to paste it all there. Alright, when you're prompted to replace the file in the destination, just go ahead and say yes. And there we go. Now we've got our drive ready with the emulators. Now all we have to do is add a few games. Now what we're going to want to do is go into the ROMs folder here, and then we're just going to add a few folders here. We'll do Genesis, Super Nintendo, Atari 2600. Now I don't think it matters what you call these folders. These are really just for you, so you can keep track of which ROMs go where. I think the system actually will just look through all these folders and figure out where they're supposed to go automatically. I don't know how it does it, but it seemed like that's what it does. So what we'll do is if we hit the start button, right here, start button, it'll take you into the PlayStation games that you've added. Now I added a few more games from before. I have this Atari collection here. Some games I guess it doesn't recognize. I don't know what that one's going to be. There's Crash Team Racing, there's Darklight Conflict, Destruction Derby, Final Doom. I think these are kind of mixed in with the existing games that you already have as well. Let's see what this one says. Oh, that's Midway Arcade Hits too. Okay. This is really ugly, I have to say. These graphics are so ugly. And extremely loud too. But hey, it's burger time on the PlayStation. I gotta say, it's a little hard to control with this controller. Well, I'm just not used to this style of D-pad. Now, when you want to get out of it, you have to hit the reset button on the PlayStation itself. So, and now we're back out. If we want to save, we can go ahead and save it. I don't need to save. It's all right. Let's see what this other game is here. Oh, okay. It tells you right there on the side, Konami Arcade Classics, even if you can't get the nice box art here. Here's Crash Team Racing. We'll try that one. That is, of course, not on the original PlayStation Classic. I had to add it myself. I would imagine the loading times would be faster on this because you're just reading it off of a flash drive and not actually a physical CD, so... I don't know, it seems like it works pretty good. Of course, I've never really played this game, so I can't really tell you if it's better or worse than an actual PlayStation. There we go. Doom on the PlayStation. Or should I say Final Doom. What's the fire button? Oh, okay. I'm so used to using the fire button is right here. I'm so used to using the triggers on pretty much any modern game. Eat lead. The controls are so weird in this because of the way that the controller is made. I want to hit like the top left or top right, and it just feels weird. It just feels weird. Why'd they come up with a controller like this? All right, now let's try RetroArch, which is where most of the emulators reside. I guess pretty much all of the emulators reside. So from this screen, we're going to go ahead and we're just going to hit cancel, back us out, and then we'll hit the square button to load RetroArch. Okay, now before you really get started with this, you need to do a scan directory. So we're going to go over here, and now it's going to go ahead and scan all of the games that I've since added into RetroArch. Hopefully it will find, well, it looks like it found Super C. I know I noticed it found Space Invaders earlier, so we'll go ahead and try those. Well, this is kind of cool. You can actually play your PlayStation games through RetroArch. So if I wanted to go straight to Final Doom, I could do that. Here's Mario Brothers 3. Let's try that. Now the controls are mapped just like you would expect right here. This is the this is gonna be the jump button right here. This would make him run faster. All right, now if we want to get out of this, we can just hit the start and select buttons right here, and then we'll get us back to the menu. And if we want, we could restart the game, or we could resume or close. So we'll go ahead and close it. Okay, so here's Atari games. We got that. Let's try my standby adventure. Hey, it worked. Oh, this is awesome. I can't believe that worked that easy. Hey, buddy. Good to see you again. Oh, sorry I had to kill you. And let's try Pitfall. Last time I tried Pitfall on my RetroPie, it didn't work. I think I had a bad ROM. But hey, this one works. Did you ever think you'd be seeing a Pitfall on a PlayStation? I guess they have like Atari Classics or whatever that probably has this as well. Let's try Road Rash 3 for the Genesis. Yeah. Looks good. Somebody give me your club. I need to punch you over the head with it. Oh! Oh! We all got run over by a car. Question that I had for myself as I'm playing this, I'm like, can I save the state? And yes, you can. Once you exit out of the game, you can go to save slots here, and then go down to save state. And then that's saved to slot 0. So let's play a different game, and then we'll come back to this and see if we can't load that state. The only thing weird about this game is the music. It's a little too upbeat for a game like this. I'm selling crack in my city. I'll teach you a lesson, boys. Alright, let's jump out of this. And let's go back to... We're going to do the save state for Road Rash 3. I think in order to do a load state, you have to actually run it first. And then once you've run it, then you can go down to load state. Yep, there it is. It's still there. It's a little bit of a process to get that to work, but it does actually work. It's pretty cool. Just keep in mind that every time I'm jumping out of the game, I'm hitting these two buttons at the same time. I'm just hitting that to jump out. Man, this brings back memories. It's a lot different playing it on a real TV than it is playing it on your computer, on an emulator, or even on an arcade style system. Playing it on an actual TV feels a lot different. Uh-oh, I think I'm screwed. Oh! I genuinely didn't mean to do that. So there you go. I hope that this helped you learn to modify your PlayStation Classic if you happen to get one for Christmas or any other time during the year. So anyway, thank you all for watching. Have a great day. Remember to like, share, subscribe, all that good stuff. And Merry Christmas, everybody. Wish I could. Oh yeah, I can strafe. Oh, I'm dead.